Alright, here we go. Just got off the phone with my homeboy. He just cut his damn beard. He had a big ass beard too. He just cut that shit. I don't know why he did that, but he did. But anyway, this YouTube video is here just to say, yo, guys. At this point in time, not only do we need to focus on Black Lives Matter, but we also got to focus on everything. This is the opportunity to fix everything. And we got to question our government because we're really about to have athletes playing sports on TV, and they're saying that it's a deadly virus out here, and people lost. There's millions of people on unemployment. Millions of people on unemployment, and you're trying to tell me that we can sit here and watch people make millions of dollars, but now they got to take some type of pay cut because they won't have fans? That just don't make sense to me, because if we have to sit here and watch people that make millions of dollars on TV, why the fuck can we go outside and not wear a mask? Why do they get to play sports as long as they get tested and they don't get test positive, then they good? Does that mean that they have to be isolated away from their families, and their families gonna be isolated away from everybody else, creating even more segregation? Segregation through class. If you're a certain type of class, and if you make it to this class right here, as long as your family and the athlete or whoever is being sponsored, for the athletes, as long as they pass this test for COVID, then we can watch them on TV play sports. Listen, come on. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. We gotta question the media. We gotta question that shit. Stop watching that shit. Old ass fucking people still watching the news, and you fucking and you believe in everything Dr. Fauci said. Man, that motherfucker got y'all hooked, man. I even heard one dude. I guess he grew up. His dad played professional sports. He played for the Cowboys. I think he said he played for. It's a corner, the Patriots. He was a corner. This man was talking about Dr. Fauci. Nah, this man is on TV. He can say any fucking thing, and then they fucking believe it. He can just go in there and say, yo, it's spreading again. Yo, watch the fuck out. The numbers are spiking. What? Blood cleat. Every week the number is spiking. Guys, how can they have research on a disease that is supposed to be brand new? This thing, my son is want to see me. This thing is supposed to be some type of brand new infection. And all of a sudden, they got these regulations, rules, and guidelines, and they know how to fucking fix the shit. All of a sudden, they know how to fucking fix the shit. Problem: coronavirus. Here's the solution: 6 feet apart, keep away from each other. Another person is dangerous. They're sick. Watch out. How did everyone become sick? How did the disease spread so quickly? So big, man. Let me get that stand. This one. That's the stand. That? Yes. Thank you, sir. To use it. Yeah.
In the cut. Watch out, Daddy. In the cut. Ah! Always driving.
Sorry about the delay. First video, so I mean, it's another video, but oh well. So we have to question how can they tell us to do all these things? How did they have a solution for the coronavirus within a month?
Daddy.
Yes, sir.
It's poop. It's not poop.
How did they have a question for the coronavirus within a month? And the only solution, the simple solution that they came up with was to have a 6 feet of distance. You wear gloves and then you wear a mask. At first they said they don't even wear a glove or mask. You don't even need that stuff. When they realized they could use it as a later on, let's tell them when they can wear gloves and masks. Oh, they say wear gloves and masks now. Oh, everybody run and go buy gloves and masks, toilet paper. All this. Why did everyone go buy all the toilet paper? Did you even use all that toilet paper? Because I know we didn't have a lot of toilet paper. So we didn't have a lot of toilet paper. But I'm sure people didn't use all that toilet paper or eat all that food that they bought. I bet half of that food went to waste and they overspent feeding the economy, feeding the big, large companies, especially. Grocery stores probably made more money in a couple months than they would need for all year. Think about it. Think about how much money those grocery stores made. Within like 2 or 3 months. People don't have no money to spend, but all of a sudden they had money. And then the government will give you more money for you to go spend immediately and then ask for more. Therefore showing that we need to rely on the government in order to live. Look guys, you got a problem? Look, I'm here to save you. Don't worry, we got it. We got the solution. We got the solution for you. We got the problem. All of a sudden there's a problem. And we got the solution. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Come on. Question. Question what's going on around you, man. And a big thing we have to question is, let's question religion. Alright. Come on. Let's question religion. Alright? For the simple fact that the same way we question coronavirus, we question religion, because if let's say we say God. It is raining. If God is our Lord and Savior and Jesus Christ and all this type of thing, from birth, you start to instill this into this person as a empty vessel. You know nothing about nothing, right? You know nothing about anything. All you know is that somebody's telling you, oh, there's a God, and this God did all these wonderful things, but yet and still, this God wasn't for everybody, only the holy ones, and they get to choose who gets to choose who the holy one is. Does God get to choose? Or do the chosen ones get to choose? Huh? Come on. Question religion. You only know what you're taught because they use the church to mind control you from the start. They teach you to obey and listen to all this authority, and they teach you about authority and they teach you about authority and religion, hierarchy, and that's where they brainwash you from the start to follow and listen to your master and listen to the kings because they've always ruled. No, no, ain't no fucking hierarchy. Nobody's better than no fucking body. None of that shit. None of that shit. All this fucked up shit is created, man. For people, sick fucking people to have control over other fucking people. Fuck no. You gotta question everything. Every single thing we have to question now. Question everything from the start. Everything you've learned. Does it make sense? Does it make sense that that we can kill a man in the street? Police can beat on normal people because this things have never changed. Think about how religion was founded. Okay? Just think about the hierarchy in religion. In those ancient times, we had the priest. The priest is always the he was a counselor. He was always the wise one. He always knew the right things to say and do. The king, the queen. What has changed except the title? Nothing except the title. Nothing except the title has changed. Okay? The priest. And the church. Alright guys, hold on. The church was separate, from the state and the kingdom. But at the same time, while the church was separate, the church always had influence on what went on within the community. Because if you didn't follow what the church did, then the king didn't like you, or the government didn't like you. If you didn't follow what we do, if you're not with what we do, if you don't follow what we say, then we gotta dispose of you.
You mean a mess.
What mess I'm in?
No.
Okay, I'll clean it up. All right.
Daddy, clean up.
Yeah. All right. So if they, this is the same type of thing that's going on these right now. The religion always had a control over the environment. They've been using the same tactics from medieval times. The religion, if you didn't follow what they did, guess what? They send in the soldiers. The soldiers always work for the state. The soldiers always work for the kings and the queens, and they work for the church to police the people. That's what I remember. That's what I see in the ancient times. The same type of government we've been running and using that's been ineffective for years. They've been keeping the poor down forever. Using hierarchy, money as a way of hierarchy for you to rule over people. So only one type of person gets to run the country all the time, which has been happening. Only one side. One side. You don't come back out when I'm finished. Alright. So only a few select type of people get to run the country. People that are already wealthy or were born within, some type of, status. It's like born into a certain type of class. Those people get to run the country all the time. Quite a select few come up, even, you can try to make this argument and say Barack Obama came from the slum. But, who's to say that wasn't our plan? Like what happened when Barack Obama was a president? Black people were still getting killed in the street. It's not like we could start a whole bunch of businesses like everybody else. They try to say, yeah, if you work hard enough and put in all this time, you get. No, it's not like that. It's all about it's all about who you know, and everybody. It's a phrase that we say because we know it to be true, and yet we ignore it. It's all about who you associate yourself with. It's not about one person being better than the next person. Whoever your best friend is and whoever you associate yourself with will determine where you get to go in life. Not the best man wins. The more privileged man wins. And even for athletes now. Something that Damian Lillard said. He said that, it's not right for him to play basketball. They know that it's not right for him to play basketball at this moment. It's not right for them to have sports. Like I said, people making millions of dollars, and then there's people that's poor, millions of people that are not poor, millions of dollars for now, millions of poor people that are not poor, now poor, but they get to sit back and watch people on TV make millions. Damian Lillard he understood, y'all know what I'm trying to say. He understood that it's not the right time for sports again to play basketball. But at the same time, once you reach a certain status and you begin to make efforts within your community to make a change, you depend on that money, and that's another trap. They're saying if you want this money, you started doing all these things, you gotta play. Okay, that is your job. But at this moment in time, before business, we should think about humanity and everything. So people are putting business before, human rights. Just the fellow person down the street. You're not no better than that person. The business is no bigger than that person. Why not fix each other up, help everybody succeed, and then we worry about our businesses. From there, we could focus on your business. You can still be as rich as you want. You can be as rich as you want, because not everybody wants to be rich. Everybody wants to be filthy rich. For those people that do, the competition isn't that steep. Everybody just wants to be well off. Some people don't mind having a 9 to 5 job and go home and come home to their family. They don't mind that. They don't mind that grind and hard work. But you shouldn't make it difficult for everybody. People shouldn't get paid more than others depending on the color of their skin or how much you like them, or if somebody's doing a certain type of job. Like, how can, say for instance, somebody being a director, this director anywhere else would be making $100,000. But she applied for a different director's position, having the same responsibilities, and even more, but they don't get paid the same. Why is the pay differentiate if you're doing the same type of job and the same type of work? Why is that? Why is it not the same? Or somewhere even close? The pay range shouldn't fluctuate. It shouldn't be a large gap. Like, that's ridiculous. It shouldn't be at least $40 to $50 to $60,000 in difference in pay. The gap should be at least $3,000 maybe, or $300,000, depending on what you do. If you're a doctor making $100 million there, and then $100,000 a year, or whatever you make, $100,000 a year, and there's a doctor with 20 years of experience and he's making $300 million. Okay, that $300,000 a year. That makes sense. Maybe he's more experienced and he deserves to make $300,000 a year. Yeah. But I guarantee you won't find a doctor that's making less than $100,000 a year. Or are there black doctors that get paid less? I don't even know. I don't know anything about that, but I do know about the common man's pay, and I know that for my job in particular, I could be making $40,000 to $50,000 to $60,000 more. A lot of this shit is fucked up. But here's a solution. White, black, whatever you want, black people, brown people, orange people, whatever people. Look. You shouldn't even be able to watch and see another person suffer. You shouldn't even be able to do that. You shouldn't even be able to witness that and not feel something. It's hard for us to have unity because a lot of people, people still have to go to work. People still got their own lives to take care of, much less then they have to worry about, unifying at the end of the day, at the end of a long work day, to go fight for justice. Like, that's a lot. It's true. I think that's what's stopping a lot of people from unifying the fight. It's just time. But at the same time, if we do it the right way, if you don't feed the cycle, if you don't feed the machine, eventually change has to happen. But we got to do it together. We got to do it at the same time. It can't be bits and pieces. For those who are smart enough to understand what I'm saying. If we all want the change, we all gotta make the change at the same time. Don't be afraid. Because at the same time, the military and the government workers are made up of people just like you and I. Nobody wants to, nobody wants to, have harm. Nobody wants, maybe a select few, but I doubt majority of the people want harm to come to another person. Like, that's the last thing we want. But when we protest, we're combated with people trying to do that to us, cause harm. People trying to cause harm to us. Come on, man. We can only take so much. People can only take so much beat. White people, black people, it doesn't matter. But we have to come together. We have to question our government, question our leadership, question decisions that are made, question our history, question our education, question our values as a society, our judgments as a society. Question everything. We out.